Welcome back to the Wheelers Podcast. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. We're waiting on Dr. A.E. to come in when he's ready to come on in and shake it up with us. But we had a good idea last night about one great show. It's called the Black American Culture Classics. It's something I've been doing, since we were young. We was always familiar with like the games. Yeah, the arena, the territory. We're gonna bring my brother in. He's here. Yes, sir. Can you hear me, my brother? We good? We in here? Hello? Dr.
Yeah,
AE.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. We
Okay.
good. We good. We good. We good. We good. Hold on, let me get it right. There we go. Yeah. We here. We straight. We good. Yeah, man. So we was talking about we just starting the show, so you came in at perfect timing, which is great. You know what I'm saying? So we wanna hold on, let me get some things. Okay, we good. We good. So the thing. Sting about the Black American cultural classics. Since I was a child, I wanted to go to HBCU. I grew up in the South. I had everything that was lined up. Everything in my life, in my mind, in my own little mind. I may not have been so expressive about it. Maybe I was. But at the end of the day, I had goals. I've always been a child that had goals, and what was able to give me those goals was the likes of the Bo Jacksons, the Deion Sanders, even the forbidden Herschel Walkers of the world. But he was special, regardless of what you can say about him. How much of a whatever the coon type of cat he is now, man. This dude is off the chain, ignorant. But at the end of the day, he was a legend in Georgia. So the thing is, man, you pull from all of these superheroes that you have that are tangible. They come to your schools. They see you in elementary school. You see them in. They are those type of people that, you got all of these inspirational aspects. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, and the reason why I bring this up because my other homeboy Harry Greer, we was talking about we Miss Gillenwater's kids. You know what I'm saying? Miss Gillenwater. She was my sixth grade teacher when I went to the Magnum School in Columbus, Georgia. It was Georgetown. Shout out to Georgetown Elementary School, magnet school, from smart elementary school kids that was able to have that had a great big brain. I'm very proud to be Miss Gillenwater kid. We had a special beautiful class. But AE, here it is. But first of all, I want to introduce my brother Dr. AE, and I also want to say how I know it's called a Wilderness Podcast. I got an alumni of people, but he's my number one alumni. AE, as you saw today, we got 100,000 subscribers and the plaque to prove it. I'm so proud and appreciative of my accomplishment, but I felt like I couldn't have done it without you because we're gonna do the same for you too. We're gonna get you your plaque because I do what I say I'm gonna do, my brother. But anyway, back to the show. The show is called The Black American Cultural Classics. How we became titans, how we became formidable, how we became, it's to see the thing is it's also the it's the spirit of the five civilized tribes. It's the spirit of the warrior. It's the spirit of the athlete. It's the spirit of greatness. You ever know how much time how many times black Americans win with the damn, we talk about Olympics, global world sports. We just somehow have that extra gear. So I'm gonna let Dr. AE take it away because he's going to the classics, and I know he has a shit ton to say because he's a college professor. He's been that. He's been all kind of things. He's one of them kind of immersionist kind of people. Got plenty of accolades, but I want him to take it away because he knows the culture. So I want you to go ahead. Hey, just bless him with what I have somehow able to just muster up and say. We know I didn't, but I just want you to give your take on it, my brother, for sure.
Well, I think the classics, all of them, are built in camaraderie, right? That when there was a time when HBCUs were the only thing we could go to, right? Or the vast majority of us could, because there were even though we have universities that go back all the way to the 1900s, early 1900s, you got some PWIs, and when I say PWIs, we're talking about predominantly white institutions.
That's right. Yeah.
They go back to the early 1900s, but
Mm-hmm.
the number of black students they allowed was limited. They had a quota. And so, regardless to that, though, HBCUs were the primary avenue for education, right? The
Yeah,
advancement of education.
for sure.
And so, sports became a way to bring those together, right? That had come from different places. A lot of the places were rural places, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because um, the first migration, the first great African American migration occurs in the early 1900s. And then the second one comes right before the mid and right after the World War II era, basically when uh, what we call basically when cities began to get modernized, so to speak. When the Tennessee Valley Authority was able to provide electricity and all of these modern things, in-house toilets now
Yeah, man.
to
The
to a
outhouses.
wide group of people in cities, right? And this is where public works actually comes. So it's about public works, right?
Rec centers.
And that's how well, it's all of it. It's the street cleaning, the trash pickup, all of that stuff that comes with public works,
That's right.
electricity, um, sewage,
Even
uh,
public broadcasting station.
right. And of course, it trickles in the administrative thereof, right? So you got city commissioners, county commissioners, all that kind of stuff, right? That
Mm-hmm.
leads into the politics because they are governed by these things are governed by people, right? And
Yep.
so your HBCUs are primarily initially when they begin in rural places and then in these cities, right? And so with the Great Migration, before that, in the late 1800s, in the very early 1900s, the vast majority of the people going to these HBCUs were out the country,
That's
right?
right. Yeah. Straight
And
up.
so they would see each other at these different schools, right? And the way that they got to see each other was through the sports, right? Through the basketball, through the football, through the track and field, you know. And so they were able to see people that they grew up with. And they were able to watch them, the schools compete, but it was all love, right?
That's right.
Um,
The band, though. Talk about the
and the bands,
bands.
of course, the bands as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
And so what we're saying is then certain schools began to play each other for certain reasons, right? Either the relationship they had with the school, whether it was because they were both in the same state or in close proximity to each other,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case may be, right? And
Right.
so every year when they got together to play, it became special, right?
Yeah.
So you had Alabama State playing Alabama A&M.
Mm-hmm.
You got the largest one, of course, which is Southern and Grambling, right?
That's the
Which we
one.
call the Bayou Classic,
The Bayou
right?
Classic. Yeah.
Then you have the one North Carolina, right? A&T plays Central. And so here in Florida, we have the Florida Classic, right? Which is my alma mater, FAMU, playing Bethune-Cookman. And so that classic develops, right? And so these classics again, and of course, there's one that my family goes around, kind of centers around, because most of the members in my family went to Fort Valley State. That was the number one HBCU for my family.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Fort Valley State. See,
so
that's Columbus. That's Columbus. They have Fort
right,
Valley
they play Albany
State.
State.
Yeah,
Right.
Albany
That
State.
that
That's
was
the
actually that was what, last weekend,
woo.
weekend before last
Yeah,
weekend, I think. That
that's
was the
they
Fountain,
big one. Yeah,
right? The Fountain City Classic,
classic. Fountain City
and it
Classic. Very
was.
big. Yeah.
I was told that it got up to about 42,000 this year. So um,
I didn't make it,
the
but
the
I'm very
Florida
aware.
Classic,
Yeah,
the Florida Classic has gotten up to around 80,000,
80,000. Yeah,
80,
that shit
80,
crazy.
85,000. We'll see what it does this year. This, of course, is the Classic weekend, and then again, the largest one, of course, is the Bayou, um, which has been picked up.
So I'm from
That's going
Picola. I'm from Picola, so you know we
right.
the
The Bayou,
Bayou,
it
man,
has
man.
morphed and developed into something very special, I must admit, because it's much more than a football game now. You know, they actually have a conference, they have leadership academies that go on that week. Students are there in New Orleans
But that's
for
what.
various things.
Just
Yes.
to pause for a second, bro. That's what I want to be effective at. So get shout out. We're gonna get shout outs to those type of bowl games, and you know that's where I want to hit my mark, and I want you there with me with these type of indigenous studies and let these people know on the type of fertile ground they on, why they got that kind of power, and why when you leave home you get that those studies in you. And we talk about that's why a lot of 18. We the show is not geared to 18 and under. But when you get about 18 and you go to college and you start understanding these studies right here, you catapult yourself into another realm. But go ahead, Dr. AE. That's why we do what we do. But go ahead, man.
Right.
We're
Well,
going to
that's
go.
when you really start to stop looking at just gathering information, and you start really developing your critical and analytical thinking, right? And those
Yeah.
skills. But you said something just a few minutes ago that I was headed there, and that was the history of this camaraderie, right? And I want to tie that um to the festivals. And when I say
Yeah.
festivals, I'm talking about the festivals that indigenous melanated people would have. Um, the Seminoles would have the Corn Bus Festival, or it's also called the Green Corn Festival, right? And this is where they would meet for 4 days. You had to belong to a clan to participate. They would play games. Um, they would fellowship, but also they would take care of business, right? If you
Yes.
had a grievance, you and whoever you had a problem with, you all can now take it to the elders. The elders would listen to both sides and then give past judgment, and they respected that judgment that the elders came up with, right? And so it was more than just having games and camaraderie. It was also handling business, right? And so that's how we really see the classics also being developed from that same idea, right? Like
Yes,
I was
sir.
saying, the Bayou Classic now they have all kind of things. This really extended for a whole week now, and they have conference, they have entrepreneurship things going on.
Seminars.
Right, they had
Seminars.
these seminars.
Pathways. These
They had the
pathways.
students. Right, the
Yeah.
students are meeting. The public is meeting.
Yeah.
Everybody is more than just the football game. The football game is the camaraderie that it culminates to on that Saturday. But it's the handling of business too, right? And the same thing. All the other classics are now starting to
Follow that model.
follow that model. Thank you. And so we see here with the Florida Classic the same thing. You know, I'm not big on all of the pomp and circumstance that goes with it. Like we
Yeah.
had the little gala and whatnot last night. I'm not
Okay.
big on that. But it's the handling of business too, right? Um, FAMU law school, which is here in Orlando, where the classic is. They have something all day today, right? They have students, they have people, they have alumni, everything coming in. Even the board of trustees has a small meeting. You see, so it's the handling of business, right?
Yeah.
That takes place also at the classic. And the board of trustees small meeting and things of that nature is actually open to the alumni.
Right.
And it's open to alumni, period, right? So
Right.
even Cookman alumni, if they
Bethune.
wanted to,
Yeah.
could listen in and hear what's going on, and some issues that FAMU is dealing with.
And that's
Not saying
transparency.
negative issues, they
But
could be positive.
it's transparent issues that actually exist amongst all. It's a
Exactly.
community. They got the same issues, same people, same problems, same situations, same people that chose these specific places. But in essence, they can learn so much and make it what the cops do when they got their system when they want to give people tickets. So what can we do in this uh, college network? Broadcast, make it wider, bigger. Put a blog out there. One thing in the Marine Corps. This thing is Marine Corps is very smart with this. We had this thing called a blotter. It was a blog. But that blotter tells you all of the most fucked up shit that happened in the Marine Corps. And I think it was on a Monday. Say, hey, it was like our newsletter. This is what's happening real time. This motherfucker drove through a gate because he was drunk. This motherfucker tried to outran the cops. He was going 135 miles per hour in a goddamn Camaro and got drunk and he killed himself. Oh, he committed suicide. He over drunk and killed himself. Oh, this motherfucker right here, he beat his girlfriend. His wife killed him because he thought, it's a whole fucking hit list of bullshit that actually happened to say, hey, slow your ass down, chill out, keep it easy, do these things, keep yourself in order. Some people gonna do that bullshit anyway. That's just how they built. They gonna test them fucking limits. I was one of them sometime. But anyway, all I'm saying is I did listen, which is why I didn't end up plastered on the motherfucking highway somewhere. But same thing with these HBCUs. They're getting smarter because they're understanding the power of networking. Dr. AE, take it away. I had to get that little tidbit real quick.
No, that was a good example of the overall objective to them, right?
Yeah.
And so that was a good example. So what we find then is these classics are developing to more than just the camaraderie, which they should.
Right.
And so basically what we're saying is that it is in essence going back to our roots and who we actually are, right? Because when we come together, right? When we come together to fellowship with each other, to enjoy each other's company, and the ball game gives us that curricular activity, right? Or that activity rather,
We call it
with which
healthy
we can
competition.
fellowship around, right? And that's
Healthy
fine.
competition. The
Right, the
raising of
competition, the
vibrations. The
camaraderie
raising
that
of
goes with it.
vibrations.
Now
Yeah.
we put a lot of emphasis now on the tailgating that go before it. It's the whole thing before it, right? But when we're talking about the essence of what it really is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
We can go into various aspects of black culture and see the same thing, right?
Oh man.
You see the same thing.
The
You can look at
magic.
HBCUs and you could go into, you can look historically back to indigenous, going to these festivals. You could come to these AME outings. you know, the AME Church would have a lot of outings in the late 1800s all the way to the day. They have the things they do with the youth.
These
Um,
power. I got one around the corner. I got one of them. What you call them? Them impact churches that's very close around here. They do such a wonderful job for the youth, for the for. They got a big ass soup kitchen. Like I always promote my family back in Pensacola, Florida, ran by my auntie brother from Gospel Temple. Gospel Temple. If you're in Pensacola, Florida, Gospel Temple. If you work hard and you want to got a good old plate. Hey, Gospel Temple, that's the best damn food kitchen in Pensacola, Florida. The best. I've eaten the food myself. They've just been running for a very long time. In Pensacola, Florida, you want a Gospel Temple, ran by my auntie brother, my grandmama Willie Mae Smith. Love you, love y'all so much. But yeah, they run the best. I'm so proud of that. That's my family. That's my mama, sister, and my grandmama. So there you go. Run the best damn kitchen in Pensacola, Florida, this very day. I just want to say that, Dr. A. I'm very proud of that so much. That's my family. So you got it. I just want to get a shout out.
well, that's the thing. We're talking about the whole issue of fellowship and coming together and enjoying each other's company, but also to taking care of business, right?
Absolutely.
Um, I was privy to be able to go to the Black Seminole Days twice out in. I've been 2 times now out in Brackettville, Texas. Right, I've yet to make the Seminole Days in Oklahoma, where the Black Seminoles of Oklahoma get together. But I've been to the one in Texas twice, and it is the same thing. You know, they fellowship, they get together, they have this large picnic, they have a parade, but
Yeah.
they also take care of clan
Business.
business.
Yes,
They
sir.
do voting.
Yes,
They do things with the elders make decisions on things. They do reports, from the various organizations within them, right?
Mhm.
So all of this, right? My point is all of this is something that is done in our communities as a people, and we do this. I'm sorry, something coming up on me caught my eye there. Excuse me, but we do this right because we know that it is necessary to keep the ties, the communal ties, to go together. It is necessary to bring people together to handle business, but it is also necessary to just come together and love on each other, right?
Commune,
Commune and love on
fellowship.
each other.
Yeah.
And so back to the HBCUs, these classics now, I'm kind of I'm kind of mad. I got to give a quick history. The Florida Classic, with most classics though,
Yeah.
the
You
Florida
got it.
Classic used to be Thanksgiving week,
Yeah. It
right? It
did.
was the
It
Saturday.
did.
It was the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And if you think about it, it was also the same way with PWIs as well, right? The Georgia Tech game would be on that Saturday after Thanksgiving. The Alabama Auburn game.
Mhm.
The what was it? The Florida State Florida,
Yeah, Florida State, Florida. That was another
right?
one right there. Yeah, yeah.
The Red River Rival Shootout, Texas
Texas,
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Iowa State.
Hmm.
All of the interstate rivals and whatnot.
Michigan. Well, you also got you got Ohio and Michigan. Man, it's
Right.
like these fucking rivals, man. We love them all. We
And that's the
thrive
thing,
on
right?
them.
That's the thing. It used to be the Saturday after, and the Florida Classic was the same way because um,
Mhm.
I've been
It is.
Going to, I hadn't gone to every last one of them, but I've been going to the Florida Classic since I was a teenager in high
Yeah.
school because I had family members. Like I said, Fort Valley State is our primary HBCU, but I have family members on both sides. My father's
Me
and
too. Straight up.
my mother's side that went to FAMU,
Straight up.
right?
Straight
And
up.
so I
Fam,
mean,
you. My Uncle
I
William.
even
Shout
got
out to Uncle William.
I
Shout out to
got
my
family
Uncle
members.
William Brown.
I
Uncle,
got family
sorry.
members
The
that were in the
you.
100.
Same
You
here, man.
know,
I'm telling you. God
I got
damn.
a cousin to this day.
Ooh.
He's in his late 50s, but he still got his FAMU band uniform.
You
I
know what
wonder
I'm
if he try to
saying? That
squeeze in.
motherfucker,
I
boy.
laugh at him sometimes. I ask him, does he try to squeeze in that thing? I was like, no, you a bust the seams now. But I mess with it. But
Man, the bands though, man. The
the
bands, the
thing
Battle of
about it
Motherfucking
is,
Bands.
right,
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead, man. Listen. Yes, sir.
when it was that time, it was a little more. It was a little more special because you were already coming together as a family on the holiday, you know.
Yeah, man. That
And
shit was
so
dope.
then the game was kind of culminating to that.
Uh-huh.
So back then, the Florida Classic was in Tampa.
Yeah.
And so after we would have Thanksgiving down at my grandmother's house in West Palm Beach, we would then load up for those who were going. We load up and we'd go to Tampa,
Yeah.
spend the weekend in Tampa, and then everybody go home on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And
Straight up.
so in time, the game moved to Orlando. And the reason the game moved to Orlando was because of our age-old problem with the others, right? They would raise the hotels to just astronomical foolishness.
Yeah. Stupid rates. That we
We
call them.
talking about
Stupid rates.
stupid race. We talking. This was in the early '90s, and they were trying to go up in the early '90s to
Woo!
300,
300 a night.
350 a night. You know. Then we had a major incident where a lot of FAMU students,
Yeah.
a lot of people in general, and a lot of Bethune-Cookman students would all go to this certain mall, where the mall wanted us gone. They wanted us to come in, spend our money, and be gone.
They
And
get the
that's not
fuck
what we
on.
do.
We
That's not what we
loiter. The
do.
mall is meant to loiter. That's why they got benches. That's why they got all these stores. That's why they got a food court. We loiter there.
Exactly. And
What do you
so
mean?
they actually cut the air conditioner off in order to force us out. So between that and the way they were jacking up prices for everything just for us, we left Tampa and it came here to Orlando. And it's been here in Orlando ever since.
Straight
And
up.
then once FAMU built their law school here, it kind of solidified then because now we actually even, hold a stake in the city.
That's right.
With the law school being here.
Yeah.
So Orlando has proven to be a better spot for the Florida Classic. But I have to also give this quick story.
You got it.
Because we're just talking, the camaraderie and the things about classics. And every classic got its different stories, right?
Yes.
That people can tell. Well, here's one. The first Florida Classic happened in the late 70s, right? And from the story that we were told, I was told, right, was the man that put the first Florida Classic together, the primary man that put it all together, right?
Yeah.
He was working so hard, right, and making sure this thing was successful, the first Classic, because, of course, the Bayou Classic was already in place. So it's mimicking the Bayou Classic, right? So this the first one. He trying to make sure it's right. Well, as the story goes, he was still working, trying to do last minute things, make sure everything was right, right?
Mm.
So then he went home to take his bath and get ready for the game and fell asleep in the tub and missed the whole game. And he was the man who put the whole thing together. And so that's the classic story that I was always told growing up. You know, that the man who put the classic together missed the thing because he worked so hard putting it together, he fell asleep in the tub. And when he woke up, everything was over with.
I'm gonna tell
But
you.
that's just a
Hold on,
story,
wait,
you
wait, wait,
know.
wait. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you. We gonna. If you got another one, because I'm gonna end it with mine. But
No,
I tell you, it's a bad motherfucker.
that was it.
Okay, well check this out. I have, and we're gonna see. The thing is, I may have, and first of all, I'm grateful for the 100,000 plus subscribers that have contributed to this show, man. I am so humbled and grateful and thankful and appreciative, and especially for my brother AE, because we've been rocking since day one, and we're gonna rock until wheels fall off. Let me just get that out the way. We ain't gonna stop. I will have more guests, more people on the show, but he's what you call grandfathered in. So yeah, and then that's my brother, man. We built such a wonderful relationship over this year alone. I'm almost a year in right now. I've been knowing him before I even got the show started, so that says a lot too. But the dedication, the appreciation, the the brotherhood, the accountability, the doing what we say when we gonna do it, the discipline, the dedication to a spree to core to the show, each other, the exchange, the relationship, the never giving up, the attitude, like everything that this brother have given me is who he is, and I gave him everything back, and we will continue to keep putting on the Willis podcast. And I promise you, from me to you, and to my brother, my brother, him, that guy right there, yeah. I will say it. Podcast is coming, man. We gonna make sure that motherfucker. Boom. That's right. That's what we got to do. So, but back to what I was about to tell you, man. For real, it's so many parties I put on, so many things that I've done. I can't say it like a lot of it because I can't right now because of certain circumstances. Can't say shit about certain things, but I will tell you this: I fell asleep on strip parties. I fell I fell asleep on my
Me
parties.
too.
I was so excited on countless occasions about going to bed with ladies, that I had, met in the club, and I'm like, oh, she's so bad. Oh, oh my God, I'm about to do some serious
Well,
go in work.
you coming dangerously close to TMI.
Look, hold on, dangerous club. Hold on, this is what happened. Went to sleep. Went to sleep. Yeah, I had so many disappointing times in my life. I don't regret them, but it's just so many disappointing times. I was like, oh, that shit went that way. Or, oh, maybe I got too fucked up. Oh, maybe I was just fucked up. Oh, maybe I was going through something. No, I was just completely a fucked up person at the time of my life. And that's what it was. That's what I can always like sum it up to. Nah, you were just fucked up, my guy. You was doing some shit, doing too much. Most of the time, you was doing too much. If it was two U's, it would have been all right. But guess what? It wasn't two U's. We joking. My daddy taught me that shit. I swear to God, my pops taught me. He said, "Hey, man, hey. This is my pops. My pops lived with me damn that summer 10 years in my older age. It's my dog. That's my guy. That's my dude, man. That's what my pops, man. I'm fortunately, AE met my pops, so you know I'm like the carbon copy of him. He can look at my pops and look at me. He said, "Yeah, God, oh, I can see old Danny." That's my pops, man. You know I'm AE. But anyway, we gonna get up off this mug. But I just want to let y'all know something, man. The reason why I rock with AE because he's 1,000. One of the most authentic people that I have ever met in life. He has no reason to hide anything. He got books and shit, things that I want to do. I admire him. And I admire him in a way as far as saying he has that the will like I got. You know the will that I always tell y'all to get, you know what I'm saying? You know the will that we always just sharing about. So you know this favorite part of the show, right? You know the show is over. So, hey, you got any last words before I go do what I gotta do? You got any plugs to do, anything you gotta get to right now? Go ahead and get it done, please, sir. Get it done.
No, I just encourage everybody, whatever organizations you are associated with, church organizations, um, fraternal organizations, whatever the case may be, when you have chance to fellowship and to also handle business at the same time, do it. Even when it's family, right? At your family reunions. You know, you get together, you have that picnic, you all of that, but you handle family business too. You know, you talk about, the family property, those 100 acres that's way back in Alabama that's been there in the family. How we gonna keep continuing to pay the taxes to keep that land in the family name? You take care of the business, but you have the camaraderie at the same time and the fellowship, but you take care of business. So whatever organization that you may belong to, you know, participate. I don't participate with the classic like I used to as much, but I'll be out there tomorrow tailgate. I'm going to see some people I hadn't seen in 15, 20 years,
Yeah,
hopefully,
man. Yeah, that's
and then
right.
I'm going
That's
to
right.
see some that I see every other year or every year because this is our time to see each other,
That's right. That's right.
and I'm actually even going to carve out time with someone that's coming to the classic because we gonna have a quick meeting. We gonna either eat a little barbecue and chop it up or something, but we gonna talk a little business tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
man.
I encourage you to continue that because that is who we are. That is what we do. It is our cultural inheritance, and it is what keeps us being who we are. And
I
that's the
love
most
it.
important thing, right?
I love it. Yes,
That
sir.
we don't lose ourselves in the larger culture. And that's it. God bless.
Well,
One love.
well, all right. Well, check it out, y'all. You already know what it is. Dr. A.E. said his piece. I said mine. That's fluid through and through as far as being 100% with, the God gifted equations and blessings. So, therefore, you know what it is. You know that's my favorite part. The will is go! Don't ever forget that. Because that's all you got at the end of the day. You and what you can do. Be easy and be cool.